Hey, I'm back. I got something else I want to talk about. Shout out to Craig Lockard and Anthony Santangelo. Check it out. Sent me a couple of hats. Thank you guys. You guys are awesome. They've both been on my show, Breakthrough Walls. And I want to talk about something. What's going on, Eric Cornelius? Raquel Figlo, how you doing? Eric, stop, dude. So listen. Gabby, Lori, Gabrielle, Addison, how are you? Ivan. What's up, dude? Crystal Ray, Patricia Lynn Burgess, Brad French, my man. So listen, I do a lot of things. I do website development, marketing, social media coaching, all kinds of cool stuff, right? Lisa Filter, how are you? So I want to talk about something because every single day, what's up, Alan Catalina? What's going on? Twice today. What's the magic number? I go live when I feel like going live. That's the magic number. Sometimes it's a couple times. Sometimes it's once. Sometimes it's not at all. Sometimes it's 2 or 3 times. Hey, Doug. I was literally going to text you a little bit ago and say, hey, can we FaceTime? Because these things are sliding down my nose and it hurts. It feels better right there, but they keep sliding down. Ugh. Anyway, so I do like them though. They're awesome. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. So I've worked with doctors. Dr. Doug McCloy is one of my. We're clients of one another, right? He's a client of mine, and I've worked with him on this. Go back for the adjustment. Okay, cool. I will. I'm going back Monday anyway to take some pics, some new pics that I came up with Denise. So, or I'll train you on a live snap. There you go. So, dude, you're welcome, Greg. Greg Crane. Y'all need to follow Greg Crane. His new book, Parallels of Life, The Game of Hockey, is coming out on December 7th. Hey, Danielle, how are you? Danielle, I already saw you shared this. Like, Danielle, every time she gets on one of my streams, boom, she shares it. Velko, how in the world are you, bro? So listen, I want to talk about this. The topic is I want to go live, but I don't, or I'm afraid to. Patricia Lynn Burgess, thank you for sharing. You're amazing. So why? Look, let me put it like this, okay? If you had this hat is on fire. It's on fire, Craig. I love it, dude. Thank you so much for sending these to me. So my wife doesn't wear hats, so I have a feeling I'm going to have 2 hats. All right, so you want to go live. Like if every network television station in your market were to call you, ABC, NBC, CBS, Fox, all of them called you up and they said, listen, we want to give you free advertising on our network. You can literally go just run your ad whenever you want. We don't care when. Greg, thank you for sharing. We don't care when you go, like, just share your advertising and it's all 100% free. Just go ahead and do it. Like, we don't care. Just put it out there. Would you tell them no? Would you come up with a reason why? Craig, thank you for sharing. Craig Lockard, thank you. Would you tell them, no, I'm not going to do that? That's silly. Nobody watches TV. Of course you wouldn't. What's up, Jason Alt? What's going on, brother? Of course you wouldn't. You'd say, what? Have you all like fallen somewhere and hit your head? You're giving me tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars in free advertising? What's wrong with you? What's the catch? What's the catch, right? So look, I train people on how to do this stuff. That's what I do. That's a big part of what I do. Frank J. Lopes is in the house. So Crystal Ray, thank you so much for sharing. Had a great conversation with Crystal Ray. If you guys don't know who Crystal Ray is, Crystal, say something so everybody can follow you. Make sure you follow her. She's an up and comer. I'll tell you, there's some really cool stuff coming from that woman. So of course you would not say no to free advertising on the local networks. You would go out of your way, as a matter of fact, to make sure that you spent as much money as you could to professionally develop some ads to put out there on those networks for free. But there are so many people that don't go live on Facebook. Now, see, you think, and I think it, I used to think it, you think you have to have something very specific related to your business to talk about. And that's just not true. It's not true. Okay? I have interviewed, I think, 130 people now, ish, on my show, Breakthrough Walls. And almost every one of them, towards the end of the show, Sandy, how are you? Towards the end of the show, I always say, what is it you think that's holding people back? What do you think is holding people back in life or in their business or whatever? And almost every single person has said fear. Fear. Or some form of fear. So you don't go live on Facebook because you're afraid people are going to say, oh man, look at that idiot. What the heck is she talking about? Does she even know what she's talking about? Does he know what he's talking about? Like, you're afraid of that judgment of other people. And I get that. I'm not judging you. I get that. I totally get that. You talk about, that's right. So I want you to think about this. What Frank just said, I talk about all kinds of things that are not marketing related. And everybody knows when it comes to automotive marketing, Frank Lopes is the dude you call, right? So what is it that stops you? Is there not one thing, something specific? Think about this. Is there something specific that you could talk about? Does it have, if you're in car sales, does it have to be about car sales? No, absolutely not. No. If you're a doctor of optometry, does it have to be about how to keep your glasses from sliding down your nose? No, you don't have to talk about that. You don't have to, you can talk about what's your hobby. Maybe you do woodworking. Maybe you like to bake. Maybe Patricia Lynn Burgess, for example. Patricia, I'm calling you out, and you know how much I love you. So I'm going to call her out. Patricia posts pictures of food. Like, this woman, y'all, she can cook. Like, I've never had her food yet, but I have a feeling I'm going to someday. And I see her post all kinds of amazing things that she bakes and cooks and whips up. And, like, it's unreal. Right? Sandy Zanino, you are awesome. Talked to her yesterday for, I don't even know how long. She's amazing. So, like, think about this. You don't have to go live and talk about automotive marketing in Frank's case, right? You don't have to go live and talk about, and you don't have to talk about motivating people. Like, there's so many people out there trying to motivate people. Like, here's what you do. You bring content. Richie Bello, thank you for sharing, bro. Thank you. Right. Chevy is an unbelievable artist. He's a chiropractor with a really cool accent, and he goes on and talks about art. He paints and draws and stuff live. Excuse me. So there's the only thing that's holding you back. Seriously, the only thing, because Facebook is the new TV. Look, it's 10 o'clock at night. I have 15 people bouncing in and out of here, right? By the end of this, it'll be over 100 and some people that have watched this video, because some of you come on for a minute, go somewhere else. Some of you pop on and go, oh, this guy looks like a jerk, I'm getting off here. And then you go find some other jerk and you're like, okay, maybe that guy that I was watching before isn't as big of a jerk as this. And so you come back to my stream and hopefully judge me less. I'm just kidding. But, like, you know, you bounce in and out of the live streams, and I get it. I do the same thing. So by the end of this, there will be well over 100. I've had, by the end of some of mine, I've had over 1,000 views. I mean, it just depends on, I don't even know what it depends on. And anybody that tells you they're an expert, go check and see how many live streams they've done. At the end of this live stream, it will tell you how many live streams I've done on Facebook at the end of this, right? So you can see that. Make sure that you're checking these people, right? I've done on Periscope, I did well over 800. On Blab, I don't even know how many Blabs I did. Those were live stream platforms. So I want you to really think about this. What is it that you have that you can talk to the world about? It does not have to be about your profession. In fact, that can bore people to death sometimes. Like they might just go, I've heard, like I sell cars for a living and I'm going to get on and listen to Frank Lopes talk about selling cars. And I love Frank, but like seriously, like Frank gets on and talks about everything except for selling cars sometimes. And when he's going to talk about cars, he makes a little graphic. Live is totally changing his brand. That's right. Thank you, Richie. You rock too, bro. So doing live streams, like this is free. This is free. I don't have a big plan. I didn't use an intro video on this. I'm just using my phone. I just went live. And I'm like, look, people need to understand. And I've said this many times. The very first time I went live was on Periscope. Very first time I ever did a live stream, I was on Periscope. And I've said, no offense to any hookers, but I was nervous as a hooker in church. If you're a hooker, I apologize if I offended you. I'm just kidding. Anyway, so wow, that got somebody just left. Somebody just left my stream. Like, oh, he offended me. So anyway, listen, if you're gonna like, you can't sit around. I mean, you can sit around in fear. Don't get me wrong. You can sit around in fear and watch Frank Lopes, watch me, watch everybody else go out here and do this, because I get business because of Facebook. People reach out to me nonstop every single day. Every single day people reach out to me. Different people. I mean, and they go, hey, I saw you on Lisa Copeland's show. I saw you on this show. I saw you on that show. I saw you on your own show. I saw you do a Facebook Live. Somebody recommended on Facebook to, as a matter of fact, I'll call them out right here. Hold on a minute. Melissa Burrow told Adam Marburger that he needed to work with me. Adam hit me up. We were friends. Adam and I have been friends for 3 years. Didn't know what he did. He probably didn't know what I did, right? I have 5,000 friends. There's no way I can always see everybody's content. It's not possible. But the Facebook algorithm works like this. The more content that you put out, the more likes you're going to get. The more likes you get. Brian Hess, my man, my dude from the Berg, Pittsburgh. So Adam Marburger is a client of mine now, right? So Lisa Copeland is a client of mine because of the woman spending the night at her house right now. Elise Kephart. Elise Kephart's a client of mine. I did a bunch of stuff for Elise in a sales funnel. It killed it for her. I mean, she loved it. And so Elise posted on Facebook, oh my God, if you guys want any work done, you need to go hit up Ken Walls. What's Lisa Copeland do? She freaking hits me up. What happens that day? Boom. She's like, yes, I want to do it. Here's my credit card. Run it. And I'm not talking about for $20. I'm talking for thousands of dollars. All because of social media. Okay. And I go live to stay relevant. Yeah, Patricia and I started following each other back in the Periscope days. I used to have Grant Cardone come on my Periscope streams when I was doing giveaways of his books and his 10X planner, and he'd share my stream out with all of his millions of followers, and I'd have hundreds and hundreds, thousands of people show up instantly, and it was like overwhelming, right? So, but I'm always trying to give content. I'm always trying to do something to help other people. Leanne, how are you? So people say, well, I need to do content. Let me go out on the internet and research it. That's right, dude. Frank, you're right. We wouldn't know each other. And now I can call you when you're sitting on a plane. I literally called Frank earlier tonight. He texted me, bro, they literally just shut the door on the plane. I can't talk. I'm like, dude, you got 10 minutes to taxi. Come on, call me back. But anyway, so, now we get on the phone and talk to each other. And I've never met Frank face to face, but he's one of my best friends in the world. I love that dude. So, you don't have to go out on the internet and research content. You don't. You have content all around you in your life. And if you don't, you're really, really boring, and you should join a couple of networking groups or go to church every day. Do something to get a life, because you have stuff going on in your life that people would love to learn from you. They'd love to hear about it. The content is you. That's right, dude. The content is you. Brian Hess, you nailed it. You've got to put yourself out there. And okay, so your ex-wife shows up, your ex-girlfriend, somebody shows up and they start talking smack about you. Some dude was talking crap the other night on my stream, or when I was interviewing somebody on my show. I went back in and I just deleted his comments. And if he does it again, I'll block him, because I don't tolerate that on my streams. Like, if you want to be a jerk, go be a jerk on somebody else's stream, not on mine. I will block you. So, you've got to realize that no matter what it is, Melissa Burrow, I don't know exactly what everybody on this stream does. Jason Alt. Jason, I love you like a brother. Jason is a client of mine, and we know he literally lives, he says 45 minutes from me, but I think it's more like 35. He just drives slow. I'm kidding. So Jason just lives up the street from me, right? How do I know Jason? How do I know Jason? It's all because of social media. All because of social media. And Jason is a client of mine. We just finished his website. So, he said, no way, bro. And now his wife and him and his kids, they're all friends of ours. They've been to our house. We've been to their house. I mean, it's a great platform, but it's a solid 45 minutes. You've got to put yourself out there. Jason, with what you do, you see these bad digital boards all the time, because you're always looking for that, because that's what he does, digital signage. For any of you that need a digital sign, by the way, for your business or your local Wendy's or Tim Hortons, call Jason Alt. Anyway, so notice how I'm promoting him, right? You got to do that for your peeps. You got to do that. You got to promote other people. If you need glasses and the best optometrist on the planet, you got to hit up my friend, Dr. Doug McCloy. And since he now has locations around the world, you'll be able to find him. he's got a lot, 8 locations or something or so. But anyway, so if you think okay, Jason, you see a bad digital sign, right? Dude, go live and whisper and say, hey, listen, I got to show you guys something. I'm literally standing in line at Tim Hortons, and I know this is not what they had in mind. It's not. I know when they had these signs, they wanted this stuff working properly, and it's not. Look, I'm going to show you guys this. And I'd flip the camera around, I'd show it to everybody and go, see, and then, flip it back and go, man, hit me up if you need digital signage. And that's it. It doesn't have to be a long live stream. But if you don't go live, if you don't put yourself out there and use this unbelievable free platform, then everybody else is just going to run right over you. I mean, honestly, I have people that are like, well, I don't want to go live. It's just not my thing. Okay. But that same people, those same people, if I said, hey man, I worked out a deal with the local networks. I worked it out with the local networks. And Jason, I would tag the location you're in too. I would tag that location, right? So, and before I went live, I would tag what business you're at, because then they might call you up and go, dude, What the heck, man? Like, listen, I had a CRM. I had a CRM that I called to ask them about, and I did a live stream about it. And then I posted it on Twitter and I tagged the CRM company. I posted it on LinkedIn. I posted it on Facebook and on my fan page and everywhere. And guess what? The marketing director of the company hit me up. Mandy Madden is over in the Big Apple. Mandy, looks like you're having a blast. That's awesome. I love New York. I have an office on Madison Avenue at Knowledge Link, so go check it out. But anyway, so listen, I did this live stream about this, and the company hit me up and they said, hey, what would it take to earn your business? What would it take for us to have you give us a positive review on social media? Hey, Jennifer Gluckow. There's Jen Gluckow. Oh my gosh, Jen, we got to have you back on my show to talk about your new book. Her new book's coming out. I don't even know what it's called. I don't have it yet. Jennifer, if I had it like I had my buddy Greg's, I would hold that thing up and show everybody, but we got to have you back on the show to promote it. But anyway, so listen, like, this company hit me up. What would it take? And I said, I just need, like, I asked somebody, and the sales guy was not a sales guy at all, right? And so, I know I saw you got it in the mail on Instagram. That's awesome. Jennifer Gluckow, by the way, is the significant other to my buddy Jeffrey Gitomer. They are a rock star team. I've been on their podcast. Both have been on the show. They're amazing. They have the Sell or Die podcast, which is one of the top podcasts in the world. And you guys probably all know who Jeffrey is. He wrote the Little Red Book of Selling. So, Jen, you rock. I wasn't asking for a copy, but I do want you on the show. So listen, again, I want you to come on and promote the book so we can get you some. I already ordered it from Amazon. It's just not coming in until January. But anyway, so listen. This company hit me up and they said, what can we do to get you as a client to have you, like, I'm like, well, how much is your stuff? And it was cheap. And I'm like, yeah, okay, it's fine. Show it to me. Let me see. That's cheap. It's $8 a month or something insanely cheap. And then they're like, you know what? Because we want you to go out and talk about us, we're going to give you the whole year for free. They literally gave me the entire year for free if I would just go back on live and talk good things about them. So I actually had the marketing director on my show. So that's the power. And I'm not saying that's how you get free stuff. Not that. I'm just saying that's the power of social media. And when you do a live stream, when you're doing a live stream and you actually go out there, and I just did a live stream saying, this company really needs to learn how to train their salespeople, because this guy, I said, hey, I'd like to do a demo. And he's like, well, I'm in the middle of watching some training videos or something. I'm like, what? He's like, I can't really do it. I got to watch these videos. And I'm like, dude, I want a demo of your platform. I'm a buyer. Hello, I'm here to buy. Like, can you imagine on the car lot and the guy's like, hey, dude, I'm a little busy right now. Can you come back tomorrow? Like, what? So, look, we all have something that we can talk about. We all have something, and it doesn't have to be you come on and you're talking about your expertise as a sales trainer, the marketing expert, or the motivator. Like Crystal is a health coach, right? And what does a health coach do? I don't know. There's so many different health coaches and so many different varieties. I don't know. So Crystal, you should do a live stream. They don't need your money, right? You should do a live stream talking about what a good health coach does. What's a good health coach do? James Springer, what do you do, man? Go live and talk about it. Like, go live. You need to go live and tell people what you do. And live streams are evergreen. They go out there. People share them out. When I get done with this, hopefully I will have seen that it's been shared 45 times. Like the other night, James Springer shared my video on his personal page and on his business page, wrote a nice post because I have it set up to go in and approve everything that people tag me in. So, like, you've got to go out there. You got to go live. You got to talk about what it is that you know without coming off cocky and arrogant. You don't have to do that. I'm saying just come out and say, look, I'm a health coach, but a lot of you don't realize that I'm also a great baker and a candlestick maker, right? Like something, maybe you don't make candlesticks. I don't know. But if you do, how cool would it be? Who would like to see somebody making candlesticks on a Facebook Live? For real. For real. I would love to see that. Not that I would ever even attempt it, but it would be cool to watch, right? So like again, people comment on mine. That's right. Dude, that's it. Frank, that's it. They're evergreen. They last forever. They're not going anywhere. Jen, you definitely need to go live more. And you don't need Jeffrey there. You don't need anybody there. Just you talking to the camera to people that love you and know you and like you. Like you just go talk to people. And again, it doesn't have to be, I'm Mr. Motivator or I'm Mrs. Motivator. I'm going to motivate you to do. No, dude, just go on and talk about what you know. Like, just go on and talk about what you know. What do people want to hear? Well, maybe they don't want to hear about candlesticks. Well, then they'll only watch for 10 seconds and they'll leave. So what? Jimmy Estes, what are you doing, man? I talked to our mutual buddy tonight, man. I hope you're doing great. Brian Hess, I want to go live with Ken Walls and talk about what makes a true badass in business? Not a keyboard Right, dude. Let's do it, man. Let's do it. I'll have you back on the show. Let's just do it. Or we can just do a show. We can do it whenever we want. You know why? Because literally, it's unlimited airtime right now. Unlimited. ABC, NBC, Fox, all of them called you up and said, we want to give you free airtime. It's unlimited. Just come on in, man. Run your videos whenever you want. You know as well as I do, you'd be calling everybody in your family, every friend, every person you know with ears and say, you're not going to believe it. I got free airtime. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. And yet you won't push the go live button on Facebook, the largest platform on planet Earth. On planet Earth. Jen says, it's funny, I can talk to 500 people in a room, but I get shy to do a live. I know, I get that, Jen. No, I don't, because if I stood in front of 500 people, I'd be terrified. So here's Jen. She's an international best-selling author, a sales trainer. She goes out, does these humongous conferences, gets in front of a room with 500, 1,000, 10,000 people, and she gets up there and talks, but she still gets nervous going live on Facebook. Talk about being transparent. There you go. And there's a topic for a Facebook Live. Hey, I'm really nervous to do Facebook Lives. Can you guys help me? And then go in there and say, gosh, I really get scared when I go live on Facebook. How can you help me? Can you guys help me? Do you ever do this? Do you get scared? Brian Hess, I know you get nervous, right? You're sitting there, you're committing. Good. I wish I was charging for this. Okay, my PayPal ID, I need to give that to you. If you're committing, send me $20. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. That was a joke. But seriously, you've got to commit and you've got to talk about. I get what Jen is saying, but it's the same as speaking in front of. Right. But see, honestly, she's gone live many, many times, right? She's gone live. I've seen her. But going live, I'm just sitting here in my office at night. It's 10, 12, right? Good, you're committed. So commit to not going, look, again, there are a bazillion people out there trying to motivate people. And hopefully whatever you're doing, you're going to provide motivation to people. It's just going to come natural, right? So just do you. Don't try to go out and be Grant Cardone. Don't go try to be Frank Lopes. Don't try to be Jeffrey Gitomer or Jen Gluckow or Crystal Ray or Patricia Burgess. Just do you. Do what is it that you can do? I mean, I see some people that I have a buddy that's a deputy sheriff. This dude knows how to do woodworking like I've never seen. Never seen. This guy is unreal. I unknowingly went live while driving with the phone in my lap. Oh my gosh. Wow. So again, have a conversation. That's it, Samuel. That's it, dude. You just have a conversation, man. This is how, ask anybody that knows me that talks to me on the phone. This is how I talk to them on the phone. I'm not any different. This is it. So whatever it is that you're an expert at, maybe you're an expert in the Bible and you want to talk about the Bible. Maybe you're an expert like Jeffrey Gitomer with a Napoleon Hill expert or Think and Grow Rich expert or whatever. And you come on and you just talk about what Napoleon Hill meant by sexual transmutation. Right? So like, what did he mean by that? So come on and talk about it, right? Or talk about planning a holiday party. Or in Sandy's case, she does HR stuff. How about doing a live stream on how to get away with sexual harassment? I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Sandy and I were talking about that. So I love Jeffrey. I mention him on every live stream I do, I think. But like, whatever it is, Sandy and I were talking about that. I'm like, you could have a course on sexual harassment on a training platform and have a sub course called How to Get Away with It. So my hat says Automax Excellent. That's a buddy of mine, Craig Lockard. He was on here a little bit ago, but he owns the company, and Anthony Santangelo works there, and they're amazing. And they do automotive salesperson or automotive recruiting. I don't know if it's just salespeople, but anyway, do Facebook. I know, Melissa. I get it. I'm not shy at all in business. So then pretend like you're knocking on doors, cold calling. Like, I started my business scared to death, by the way, on a $20 loan. Somebody gave me $20 and said, get out of my house, dude. You need to grow up and learn how to freaking take care of yourself. You're 36 years old. I was just out of a divorce and it was a bad one. And like my buddy was just like, dude, you got to go, man. You've been here 2 months. Go get your act together. Gave me $20 and I went and knocked on doors all day that day until I got my first sale. And so like if you've ever been out knocking on doors and you're walking in places that have a sign that says no soliciting and you open the door with a big old smile anyway, like doing a live stream's nothing compared to that. When you walk in and the secretary or the receptionist or whoever is standing there is looking at you like, they know you saw their no soliciting sign and you know that they know you saw it, right? But you're there to sell anyway. I've done that so many times that doing a live stream is nothing. Like it's nothing. I would rather look at a hole than 500 eyes staring at me. I'm referring to the phone. Exactly. Right. So like, you've got to just do it. Like go live. Show people. Cassie Blanchett is on here. She is one of the most amazing singers on planet Earth. I mean, that woman is amazing. I had her on my show. She sang some Disney songs. She's absolutely an amazing singer. She's giving our daughter private singing lessons. She has an album out on iTunes. So like, and her, for example, go on and that's something else is people are afraid to give stuff away for free. And here's what I've learned. People will, if you give them free content, tell them exactly what to do in your business. Like, this is how you make an apple pie if you're an apple pie maker, right? This is how you do it. This is the ingredients. This is the recipe. And this is how you mix it all up. This is how you put it in the oven. You put it in there for so long. You literally teach them every single step by step by step, and people will still buy your apple pies, I promise you. They will buy them from you. They will buy them. Mark, how in the world are you? Is there a best time to go live? I don't know. People keep calling me a social media expert. I don't think I've ever called myself a social media expert, but I don't know. I don't think there is. I think that in the evening, obviously, just from anybody that says, oh, I absolutely know, I've got the statistics. No, they don't. Facebook doesn't give that stuff away. So like I can tell you from experience that I get more viewers and likes and comments in the evening than I do in the morning. So I know. But again, like right now, it is 10:18 on the East Coast. Consistent, I was getting to that. It's 10:18 on the East Coast, so it's 7:18 on the West Coast, right? You've got to run. Dude, okay, thank you for being here, James. I appreciate it. Consistency is the thing, okay? I've done hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, 1,500 at least live streams, at least that, probably more. 1,500 to 2,000, right? There, Patricia, how about instead of showing how to dice an onion, show how to make all of it. The pico de gallo, how do you say that? Am I saying that right? Somebody give me the phonetic pronunciation. So show how to make the whole thing, the whole recipe. Well, that could take an hour or two. Okay, so Facebook literally has a 4-hour live limit. And I've been on live streams where people leave and then they come back on 40 minutes later and go, you're still live? I'm like, yeah, man, I'm still live. Just because you left didn't mean the party ended. Contrary to what your mother taught you, the entire world does not revolve around you. So other people wanted to see my entire pico de gallo recipe. So just because you're a party pooper doesn't mean everybody else is. Ben Gay is in the house. What's up, Ben? Brandon Ward, what's happening? So like, go out and take what you know. Take what you know. Now, don't take things that you don't know, okay? I am absolutely never going to get on a live stream and try to teach anybody anything about nuclear physics. Is that even a thing? Like you are a solid wall of walls. That's funny, dude. So like, I'm not going to teach you how to ever. I'm never, ever, ever going to go live and teach you how to bake an apple pie. I promise you. I'm just not. Unless something happens in my later years and I decide to become a baker, then I probably will, okay? I probably am never going to show you how I cook. I do cook a mean ribeye, okay? I really do. I'm really good at that. But I'm probably never going to come on and show you how I cook a ribeye because a lot of it's guessing for me. But there are things that I'm good at that I do come on. I can come on, and I have come on. You can search YouTube for it. How to rank a video instantly on YouTube. I've done live streams training people for free on how to rank a video on YouTube. Guess how many people have actually done it? Probably not that many. I know a few. Lauren Bateman is one of them. It changed her entire business. Ask her. Lauren Bateman. Ask her. Did you learn how to rank a video from Ken Walls, and did it do anything for your business? Because she sent me many messages saying, dude, this completely changed everything for me, and her teaching her guitar lessons. So like, I've done that for free. I've shown people how to build websites for free. I've shown people how to do a lot of different things for free because I am an expert in a lot of that stuff. So I go in and I show it. Like not everybody wants to see how to do that. And I get it. I don't care. If it's not for you, leave. Leave. That's the thing. It may not be for you. Jen, thank you. And tell Jeffrey I said good evening and good night to you guys. So listen, I can create a mean spreadsheet. But you also bake, like you cook. And I've seen some of the stuff you cook. You could do live streams showing that. Okay, how to cut up an onion without cutting your fingers off, or how to cut up an onion without crying. How about that? So, everybody has something. Maybe you're the number one salesman in the world, like Ali Rita is, right? Officially, mind you, if you didn't see that. He's now literally... Thank you. Tell him good night. Thank you. So Ali Rita just announced through Lisa Copeland tonight that he is now officially Joe Girard gave it up. He quit the fight, and he has turned over the title officially to Ali Rida. So Ali Rida is now officially the Guinness, well, not the Guinness yet. Guinness has to confirm it, but he's officially the #1 car salesman ever in the world. So, like, okay, Ali, come on and teach people how you did that. Teach people that. Show them. Tell them how to do it. Because when you do that stuff, I'm telling you, when you teach people what you know, they will pay you to teach them more. I promise you that. That's all I got. I've been on here for like 6 hours, it feels like. I'm going to roll. Thank you guys. I appreciate all of you coming on here. Thank you to everyone who shared this out. You all rock. I seriously mean that. And Ali he is such a humble guy. Love that dude. I mean, I love that guy. He's freaking phenomenal. So thank you guys all for being on here. I really appreciate it. You rock, Patricia. You rock. I want to see some people going live. Do some little videos here and there. Go live. Teach people what you know. When you teach people what you know for free, they will pay you to teach them more. I promise you. Or they will teach you to teach them, or they'll pay you to teach them over and over and over. Okay? Y'all rock. Have a great night, and I will see you soon. Go live. See ya.